literally just spent 10 minutes cleaning up the area that is in this shot. What's up, guys? Long time no see. I feel like I haven't seen the camera in a long time. And there is no reason for that. I decided to make this video because I feel like I wanted not only my friends and family, but other people to see what I went through as being an openly homosexual male in today's society, and since I came out and I am now. So I guess we'll get right into it. When I first realized that I was gay, I was pretty young. I didn't really think anything of it, to be honest. There was never a time where I was like, I definitely like girls. But in elementary school, I knew it was something that like wasn't really done all the time. So I dated a lot of girls in elementary school. I dated every girl in my grade. Even sometimes I would be dating 2 girls at once. I just really wanted to suppress this feeling as much as I could and try to be like the other kids. So I figured if I pretended to be like that, I could pull it off. That did not work out. So the first time I even mentioned the word was in 3rd grade. 3rd grade was a rough year for me because my teacher was horrible, horrific. I knew that she was gonna be horrific. I cried when I found out that I had that teacher. I was already having a horrible year. So I felt like I knew at this point that this wasn't going away, and I knew what it was by this age. I was 9, maybe 8 or 9, and I knew what it was. So in 3rd grade, during lunch one day, I had a group of all boys that were my friends. All of them were boys. So at lunch one day, I told all my friends, guys, I'm gay. And thinking that they would, like, you know, I don't know what I was thinking at the time. I thought they would be accepting. I think it was funny and like ask questions and stuff. I don't know, my 9-year-old mind. But everyone just kind of looked at me like I was an alien. They all said, that's gross. What are you saying? That's not normal. That's things like that. And I said, no, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding, guys. It was just a joke. And they were like, that's funny. Because it's not something that was unlike of my character to make a joke, especially as something like that. So later on that day, I went into the bathroom and this other kid was in the bathroom with me, who is one of my friends, but he was the only one during that whole ordeal that was quiet and didn't say anything. So I looked at him and I was like, I'm gay and I'm not kidding and I don't know what to do. And he was just like, well, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I think that you should just keep it a secret right now because they're not gonna stop. And it was just very good advice that was given to me. So during that same time period that I was discovering myself, I went home and I was thinking about what these kids were saying to me and how I was being treated. And it was crazy to me that they felt that so strongly about something like that. So I decided to tell my mom. I told my mom when I was 9 years old, Mom, I'm gay, but I don't want to be. It was the first time that I openly said I don't like who I am. See, I don't remember much of that night. I don't even remember really saying it. I remember telling my mom, but she told me recently that what I said was, I'm gay and I don't want to be. That like breaks my heart, even if it's me, like some kid feeling that way, even if it is me, it breaks my heart. And all I remember from that night is me saying that I was gay and then seeing my mom crying on the front porch. I told her I was kidding as well because I saw that she was so upset. So I said, no, Mom, I'm just joking. It was another way of coming out and then coming back in. Okay, so after that, flash forward years and years and years, and now it is 6th grade. And I met this kid, and he was really sweet to me, and we kind of connected and like had a friendship that was just began that year because he had went to a different school before he went to middle school. So we were in school and everything, we became close friends, and one day we were on Uvu, which is, I don't know if you know, but it's a video chatting website that we all use as kids. And we were on Uvu one night and I told him that I was bisexual. And he said, that's cool, like, it's okay. Like, he basically just said that that was a very normal thing and that he was okay with it. So that was only the second person that I had told and didn't come right back into the closet. After that had happened, I started telling some of my closest friends, you know, 3 or 4 people. Nobody in my family knew, because all I remembered at that time was whenever I thought about telling my family was me telling my mom I'm gay and her crying on the steps. I never remembered the part where I said I didn't want to be. I started to more and more of my friends, and then eventually just things spiraled and spiraled, and in 7th grade I just said, you know what, I'm tired of fighting myself every day to act more masculine and more like guyish. I quit football and I said, you know what, to my friends that knew, I was like, tell everyone. I just want everyone, if someone asks, just tell them, because I'm tired of living a lie. So I was out in my school for quite a while. I never got bullied per se in middle school. It was mostly like all the guy friends that I had started to, you know, slowly go away. And I was left with just girls as my friends, and I was okay with that. That wasn't a problem for me. So weeks later, after I came out to my entire school, I was like, you know what, I said I didn't want to act like someone I'm not anymore, and that's what I want to do. I want to be that myself all the time. So what I did, recess that day, I texted my sister and I told her over the phone, and I was like, look, I'm really scared to tell mom and dad. Can you tell them with me? Can you come with me? And I definitely recommend that for people who are scared to tell their parents or a family member, any other type of family member. Get someone with you. You need that support, that in case something goes wrong, you have someone right there on your side. So, and doing it alone is such a scary thing. Even telling one person alone, it's like you don't know how they're going to react. I've only done it once when I was a kid, telling someone alone face to face. Any other time I was with someone that knew already, that was with me. So that night I came home and my sister was like, are you sure you want to do this? And I was like, yeah, I'm tired of living this life. That night, me and my sister went into my mom's room after she came home. I was frozen. I was shaking. I was so nervous. But my sister was like, Robert has to tell you something. And my mom looked at me and was like, what? And I just was shaking and I was so nervous. And I was like, Mom, I'm bisexual. Because at that time, I was telling everyone that I was bisexual. No one knew that I was gay. So I told her, and she was like, okay, that's fine, I still love you. And she was so cool with it, and I was like, in my head, I just thought of that night, and I was like, what changed since that night in 3rd grade when she was crying on the step to now when she's completely okay with it? And I guess it was just my remembering wrong. I told my mom, can you tell dad? Because I just couldn't do it. I should have, looking back at it, I should have, but I said, Mom, can you just do it for me? She said, yes, I can. So later that night I came back in and I said, did you tell him? And she said, yeah, I told him. And I looked at my dad and he was like, what about it? When you come out to people, you don't want a reaction of, that's gross, that's disgusting, I don't accept you. But you also don't want that feeling of, that's so cool, like, wow, and people looking at you like you're some alien. So in that way of just looking at him being like, so what? It was a rush of emotions that I felt. I gave them both a hug and I said goodnight. Since then, I've been completely out. At that time of my life, I posted it on Facebook. I posted a whole long thing, and I was bisexual. I came out to people as bisexual. And I never really was bisexual, and it was, for me, in a coming out way, a stepping stone. And I believe that bisexuality is completely a thing. It is, people are bisexual, like actually bisexual. But for me, it was a way to still feel half fitting in and not being completely alienated at the age of 12. So at this point, everyone knew I was bisexual. Once I had my secure group of friends that I had, they were all girls, because in middle school, guys have trouble being secure within themselves, and being friends with the guy who also likes guys puts a huge target on your back. Even the kid that I told first that was really okay with it, he stopped talking to me because he didn't want that public target on his back. So 7th grade was a rough year. After that, I'm not gonna lie and say it was all perfect. I never got bullied, but I did get alienated in some ways. I couldn't play with the boys. I couldn't do things with the guys. In 8th grade, things were the same, but I got more used to it and I got more accepting. I was a lot less of an angry person as I was in 7th grade. I did good in a way of clearing my head with going into 8th grade and just having a new mindset, and that's what I did. And I continued to have my friends, and I became really close with my English teacher, who was a guy, and he was like my guy friend in that whole situation. So in 8th grade, nothing really happened as far as my sexuality goes. Towards the end of the year, our 8th grade class would go on a trip to DC, and everyone would get a partner. Everyone had to get a partner of the same sex. For someone who has no friends, I had one guy friend who also later turned out to be gay. But I had him, and that was it. I had no other guy friends. So I said to him, I was like, look, I have no one else. Can you be my partner? And he basically said that he had another partner. So I was forced to go with another kid who didn't have a partner, which I was fine with. I didn't have a problem with it. He didn't have a problem with me either. He was just someone who just didn't have another partner. But TC ended up working out fine. I cried a lot when I didn't have a partner, but TC ended up working out fine. My group was cool. I had a lot of friends because the girls and boys matched for groups, and I was friends with the kids in my group. So it worked well for me. As far as my sexuality goes going into high school, I'm now going into 11th grade, but 9th and 10th grade, I didn't really have to come out to many people. I was very openly gay, and I think people knew. People talk, you know, high school, middle school, word spreads like wildfire, so everyone already knew that I was. That's basically my coming out story / gay experience that I've had. Basically the message of this is just to be you. You know, your friends will be there for you throughout anything. As long as you pick them good, you'll be fine. I mean, I have got tons of guy friends now. If you're in middle school and you're out and you're a guy and all of these guys leave you, like, don't worry. High school, people mature. College, people mature. You'll have the people who have the right mindset of like, hey, this kid's pretty cool regardless of what he does in bed. So I just want everyone to be themselves, and I don't want anyone to hurt like I did in 3rd grade or in 7th grade. I don't want anyone feeling that way, and I want everyone to know that you're not alone, and you have family and you have friends who love you no matter what you like. So I just want to say everyone just needs to keep doing them and do whatever it takes to be happy. I just want everyone to be happy. I think that's it. I'll see you guys later. Do me a favor and have yourselves a super day.